July 29th, 2020. Sing along with me. If you know the song, here it is. That's what happened to me. I can't believe it myself. Suddenly I'm up on top of the world. It should have been somebody else. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. Anyway, wow. So that song brings me back memories. We played it on the way up to Radway 30 years ago. That's right. Today is my 30th anniversary of my skydive trip in Radway, Alberta. Wow. I wanted to do a big video, and I've tried, and this is probably the 25th take already, so if this isn't the last one, I think I'm just going to can it and send an email out saying I'm not doing a video about my anniversary. What's the point? So, anyway, 30 years ago, I didn't win a skydiving trip. So, I worked at West Edmonton Mall, and one of my coworkers got a skydiving trip. She won a skydiving trip and she didn't want to go, so she gave it to me, and so I got to go. So my mom, my dad, and my Oma drove up to Radway because I was at ground school in Edmonton in the morning for 4 hours, and I hitched a ride with some of my classmates, and we made it up to Radway, which is kind of northeast of Edmonton, about an hour or so. And yeah, so wow, what a day. I'm just going to post a couple pictures on the video at the end. A picture of me in my jumpsuit and my parachute, ready to go with my little hockey helmet on, and one of the actual flight. So there's a picture with a parachute, and that's actually me hanging off the parachute. So those are the two pictures I'm going to put around this video. Anyway, yeah, so that's the scoop. Anyway, I wanted to answer some questions because I figured if people wanted to know what it was like for me to jump out of an airplane. So 4,000 feet, no tandem jump. This was just me jumping out of the airplane, no free fall. The jump master pulls the pilot chute and you have a parachute as soon as you're free from the plane. A Cessna 180, so you climb out of the cockpit and you step on the steps and you put your both hands on the wing brace and you hang on. And the idea is when the jump master says to let go, you let go, because he knows when you need to let go in order to be dropping in the drop zone. Okay? Well, my problem is when on the first flight, when the jump master told me to let go, I froze and didn't let go for a few seconds. So when I dropped, I wasn't over the drop zone. And so that just means that I had to do some flying, and the wind would carry me into the drop zone. Because when I got off and I did my little 360s like I was supposed to do, 1, 2, I looked and I was on top of a farmyard. So if I just went down, that wouldn't be a good idea. So the wind actually carried me over the farmyard and over all the power lines to the drop zone, which was good. And then the other thing you learn in ground school is wind direction. And when you get closer to the ground, you're supposed to take a look at the windsock, and you're supposed to know that the wind is going a certain direction and you need to be going into the wind. In other words, the wind needs to slow you down when you're coming in for a landing. Well, I didn't do that. I landed with the wind, so I probably came in at 30 kilometers an hour versus maybe 0 if I had gone into the wind. So I did a face plant and the parachute dragged me for a while, and that was my first experience skydiving. Yay! And my dad was so excited, he decided to give me $35 to go again because he wanted to see me jump again. So I went again. So I did 2 jumps that day, and that was my only my only experience skydiving. So there is the nuts and bolts really quick. Let's see. Oh, by the way, my mom will not be on this video, but she sends her regards because this isn't her thing. This is my thing. This is not her thing. But my mom has been very supportive, and so they just came along. Every time I invited them to come out and do things, they just came along. They just wanted to be part of my life. It was a relatively safe thing to do, and so except the week after my skydive, a seasoned professional ended up dying at the same location with the same company. So my dad told me, he says, well, that was good you did that once, you don't have to do that again. So I was like, well, I was a rookie, so they usually make sure the rookies are taken care of, I guess. It's just the professionals, maybe not so much. Okay, so I did get a couple requests for questions from my friend Cherie and my auntie Ella. Let's see, what do we got here? No clouds, Auntie Ella. It was a beautiful day, like today. Today is a very beautiful day. So no clouds. Why did I want to do this? I just got the opportunity and I just took it. 'Cause I'm like that, right? I don't think I would have gone and paid money for it, but heck, it was free. Hey, what about that? Yeah, Mom basically, like I say, she comes along and she supports me, and she, that's her thing, just to come and be there and support her kids and her grandkids. And question from my mom from Cherie: what was the most dangerous thing you ever did? My mom told me tree climbing as a kid. That's it. Yep, she didn't do much like crazy stuff, except raise us and be married to my dad. And yeah, that life, 43 and a half years being married to Dad, was filled with a few crazy things. But she is one trooper of a woman. Yay! How about my Auntie Ella? I want to see what she wanted to know from me. What happens when you can't pull the ripcord? Auntie Ella, you die. That's it. You died. If that, you have two chutes, okay? There's one chute and then there's a second chute. And if the first chute doesn't come out, then the second chute is there. And if the second chute doesn't come out, yeah, that's it. Goner, because you can't survive a 4,000-foot fall. Anyway, but that just means that the people that pack your chutes have your life in their hands. So that's what's critical about that. Anyway, wow, I better be wrapping this up. I'm at 8 minutes already. Yikes! Hope you like my story. Anyway, what else? Oh, what a week that was 30 years ago, because that was 29th. So 29th, so 30, 31, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 days before Benjamin was born. That's right. I jumped out of an airplane, and 6 days later my nephew was born. I became an auntie for the first time. That was an amazing week. The day before my skydive, my mom and dad's anniversary, 26 years. So Oma was up for that already, and so she just came out. So all three of them were there to witness my skydive. So wasn't that just an amazing event? Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I think that's about. I think I did most of what I needed to talk about. Do I want to do anything else crazy? I already bungee jumped. I bungee jumped in Calgary, Canada Olympic Park, so I've already got that off. I'd like to go on a hot air balloon ride, but I'm not going to pay the money for it, I guess, because it's just expensive. But if anybody out there out there anywhere wants to, fund my balloon ride, I wouldn't mind going. And Manfred said he may even want to go with me, and I'm sure Sean will come with me. I wanted to go with my dad. That was a big thing. Dad wanted to go on a balloon ride, and we didn't get to go on a balloon ride. So it's still on my bucket list. I just look at the price, and I'm thinking, you know what? There's just more pertinent things to spend money on than going on a balloon ride for half an hour. But I tell you, it's on the bucket list, so I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got, I think. Anyway, it's 10 minutes, so you've already listened to me for 10 minutes, so I hope this story was worth it. Thank you for spending my anniversary with me, and cheers! There we go.